south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' Inglewood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the whip goes, fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey, this your girl D-Love from the South Side Inglewood, but like Chicago, that is. And I look tad. I know I'm tad. I've been recording. This is the fourth time I recorded. My fault. But I am here for it. I'm here for the tea. If you want the tea, get it from me. And for the person who said that I'm a Tiffany supporter, shame on you. Not. I'm just a person who live in the Southland who wants just what's right to be right for everybody across the board. She may be wrong in some of the things she's done, but I just want right to be done. No matter if she's doing wrong, I still want things to be done right and in accordance. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on. I had to put that PSA because some of y'all in these comments be coming for the sister. Hey, I'm just a black girl, a black woman trying to do the right thing. Just saying. Well, I want to first get that title says. I'm going to talk about this week in Dalton, in Thornton Township. On Monday, that Dalton had their meeting, and their meeting was at the field house. And honey, it was cold, and the parking was not very parking friendly. You had to walk to get to the field house in the cold. It started fashionably late, as always, and she didn't start right away, even though she got there. She didn't start immediately because she was waiting for her attorney to get there. So she was just trying to find a phone, keep calling the attorneys. Now her attorney did get there. And the little guy with the afro, he came a little later. But he went to executive session with them. I'm not sure how he can do that if he's not even an employee. But that's here nor there. That's a Dalton thing right there. The best part about the meeting is the general announcement, or the general, where the public comes up and speak. Baby, let me tell you, it was very informative, let me say. I learned some things that I didn't even know if I wanted to hear or not. I did hear it. So I did hear it during public speaking. And it was drama. And as always, even though it was at the field house, she still had all her henchmen and her men and her people that supporters are standing along the walls. I'm like, what is it with this South suburb that they always gotta have all the authority? I want to say the authority, like the bullies of the people standing in the back of the room, like you in the prison. I ain't never been to prison, but I watch it on TV or YouTube. I see what they treated like. And you definitely feel like that when you go to these South suburban meetings. I digress. Let me move on. So I went to the Dalton meeting Monday. Then Tuesday, I attempted to go to the the Democratic caucus. And I was one of those, was standing outside from about 6:10-ish to 7 o'clock until they said it was over. And mind you, it was like 20-some degrees outside. And see, my process was you go in and you sit and you hear different people talk. That's not how that goes. And Democrats got a lot. I mean, sometimes I want to just change and become a Republican or an independent because it's a lot of unfairness. I don't mean by because of Tiffany. I mean, like, let me tell you, parking was horrible. It was in a location where it was hard to get to. Traffic was ugly. In a small town in Homewood that could not, in their right mind, been able to hold the crowd that was coming. They should have had in a gymnasium, or they could hold used to having big crowds. Not that little gymnasium that they had. Now, I did see those buses. See, I thought they were warming buses for people, like you park at the lot and then it'll take you to the facility. No, I saw the police officer and I asked the police. I said, "Oh, is that the bus to take us to the place?" He said, "No, it's just right around the corner." I said, "Really?" So, ooh, I wonder what them buses are for. Because I was about to walk to the bus and ask them, can I get the ride to this? I'm glad I didn't. So I talked to the police officer who was guarding, separating I guess it was a fire department also. They had the city hall, the park district, the fire department, all in this one section. I don't know. That just sounds. They should have known that was not going to hold all those people, especially the ones outside. But my understanding, it was, first of all, there were a lot of miscommunication, and nobody apologized for the miscommunication, because I was outside and I was not a Tiffany Henry supporter. I wanted to be a part of the process. So what had happened was they would have all these messages, going around saying, "Hey, uh, the Democratic caucus is from 4 to 7." So I said, "Oh, let me." And then it said, "Come early." It said, "And light refreshments will be served." I was like, "I don't want no refreshment." So I'm gonna get there about 6 o'clock. I didn't know. Per Napoleon Harris' attorney, allegedly, that there was a fundraiser. Ain't nobody said yes, no, or indifferent. Supposedly there was a fundraiser beforehand, and the people who wanted to attend, you had to go register and get a badge. And it was a badge. Now, not at any point in the last week did anybody mention about a badge, about signing up, about coming to be a part of the fundraiser, come and get some food. None of that. Mm-mm. So the people who got the badges, I don't know. I don't know what time they was told to get there, but they must have got there about 4 o'clock when it first started. It was 3 hours. I didn't want to do that long. So they must have got there early. So those people were the ones in the auditorium. So by the time 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock came, they claimed, "Oh no, there was no more space. There was no room at the end." So the other people couldn't get in. Now, again, I talked to the police officer. He told me it's like it holds 500 people. Her Jedediah just confirmed what I already was told. And apparently they was telling it that it only holds 300 people. Now it may only hold, must only had 300 people that was supporter of Napoleon Harris. Because it was in line, there was another man out there there was somebody vote for such and such. He's also running. And so so I'm gonna tell you my theory when I finish this story. So that was just interesting. So that's the part I was pissed about. I'm like, I didn't care that she didn't do her or whatever she was able to do. I was pissed because I was standing in the cold and no one says, hey, anything to the people who was outside. And then it was only letting 4 or 5 people in at a time. And it was only the craziest thing ever. And if they talk about the fire department, the craziest thing ever, the same door, and this is during the caucus, the same door that you go in is the same door you come out of. So we had to go in, we was lined up at a handicap ramp. So imagine a line, a group of people packed on a handicap ramp. And then when it was time to let out, no. And then at one point, somebody in a handicap had to come out. How was the man who was handicapped going to get out off the ramp? A lot of people didn't want to move. You stood outside so long, you didn't want to lose your spot. That was the craziest thing ever. People were standing on the it's a cement, and you know what handles that, so you stand on top of that. So the man in the handicap can get out, and he was a little real aggressive about it too. But I can imagine after having a hard time to get from out the door to the end of the ramp, I'll be upset too. Just saying. And I was outside, and I have a picture. I'm gonna go on my phone and see if I can do two things while we on here to tell you and let you know what time Tiffany actually came to the event. Oh yeah, I took a picture of it. I only took a picture because I saw her. And I was like, oh, everybody's like getting all excited when she came out. Okay, so I got that 619. Shh. Let's see. I don't know if you can see this. So yes, I got there at 619. And I should have walked straight and not walked into the street. So that was the line when I walked up. So as you can see, the line wasn't that long. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm still walking. See that line to the back? Yeah. So that line was long. And again, the guy in white in front of me, he was a Tiffany supporter. Because I didn't realize he had on that sweatshirt. Remember, she's so about that T-shirt. She was Hollywood. They had a walkathon, and who paid for it? Now, I don't know if you could see this. You see the person with that was I stand for Tiff, and that was the lady who be in the meetings with that mask on. Because I was like, can I take a picture of you? She just gave me that little dry look. I'm like, oh, it was tough on here. And that's at him, right? This one you always see at the Thornton Township meeting. He be passing out stuff to her on the desk. Now, it was funny, interesting that, I don't know, he got into it with somebody in the crowd. I couldn't. It was so cold. I didn't even have no gloves on. And they kind of got into it about, oh, look, Keith Price right here. That's Keith Price with the scarf on his head. I guess he was trying, and that was at 625. Let's see. Okay. So really, I'm just going to show you the time. So that was at 6:30. That's when Tiffany, they was turned towards her. And I'm going to show you the picture of her. Damn, I ain't had a live thing going. Oh, she was passing out. She was passing out these T-shirts. Oh, here she is. At 6:30. This is where she was at. And that's the time. Okay, you see the time? So at 6:30, she was not even nowhere near that door. And if they started at 6:30, why is she coming in at 6:30? She outside getting them T-shirts. See, look. See, he was okay. So just get him. Let's see if I can do this. And that was 6:31. She was walking towards the door. See, she got supporters. I never seen that man at the meeting. She got supporters. Don't sleep now. I need to. I gotta figure out how to put my loop on. Let's see. So that was at 6:31. Now I don't have a picture of her standing in the crowd. Uh, yeah. So that was it. Those are my meetings because I couldn't get in. And I was just trying to get in to just get warned and to see what's going on. There were a lot of people. And I thought there was some I thought I had took pictures, but my son was like, I'm gonna buy you some of those glasses where it just records. That ain't gonna help me. I need glasses. I need glasses. She walked up at 6:30. She got out that car at 6:30. I'm trying to see. I know I took. Oh, I don't have it. I thought I took a picture. I thought I did. I didn't. Because I went into the caucus. First of all, and let me tell you this. Okay, so that is had me, and Napoleon Harris had he said it wasn't a fundraiser, but his attorney said it was a fundraiser. So really, and then they said, and also watching, they said, I saw when the kids went in there, and they had the kids were also voting. Now, I don't know how the kids get to vote, and they're not registered voters. Again, I don't have a problem with voting for whoever gets in. I just want to be fair and right. But we look messy when we be doing stuff. If you don't know who he is, don't worry about it. Some of y'all already know who I'm talking about. So he had his people in this. So she had that one person. She had one person. Tiffany had one person who was at the door. She was able to get in. But Tiffany at 6:30, she was still standing on the ground. She didn't get into that room till at least 6:40. At least no. She must didn't get in. Well, she got in that door way before we did. So I believe she got in at 6. She even though she got in at 6:40, that door, she didn't go right in that room. She couldn't have. See, I don't, because from the time we saw her walk up, it looked like it was around 7. But she got in that door way before 7. So I don't know what happened in that. It's like a hallway, I guess. So what happened was once all that a nomination went, was interesting. He speak of himself. Napoleon Harris speak as himself, but as third person. Nominated. The nomination is Napoleon Harris. And when I heard it, I was looking around like, who is he? Just saying. So I don't know what that's about. Now I ain't heard a lot of good things about him either. So I guess they just trying to get Tiff out. So this story is not going to end, and it's not going to end very well either. So what happened? So that was on Tuesday. Now you know Tiff is not having it. On Wednesday, she was kind of quiet. I was surprised. But on Thursday, oh, hell is broke loose on Thursday. She had an impromptu meeting. at the Thornton Township. The trustees did not show up, so she had a news conference. She said that Napoleon Harris is a coward. He wouldn't face me. I said, well, maybe he don't want to, his mama told him, don't be arguing with no woman. That's what I felt. He wasn't gonna argue. Most men ain't gonna go back and forth with you. Whatever said, and he had them attorneys around him, and that's it. So she said a lot in the news, and she said she had a slate. But the word is that she allegedly does not have a certified controller. I think that's what it is. I think it's certified controller. And the one person she did have, remember that lady with the nice, pretty long silver hair that she locked out her office? She's now on Napoleon Harris' side. So the person that she could have had, she alienated her. And ain't nobody gonna put up with you alienate them. So he has a full slate, and he has a certified controller on his team, and she doesn't. And even though she said she's taking him to court, have you seen the Democratic paperwork? It's like you got 60 days to do this, and you got 90 days to do this before the election. And so she made me pass that time. And I thought that she could be independent, but after watching Jedediah and other YouTubers, they said she signed papers and she signed that she was going to run as a Democrat. And once you do that, you can't jump ship. Maybe after this election. But if you lose this one, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to do change parties. She better go run independent. So she can't run independent. Now they saying that she may can run as a write-in, but that's going to take a lot of education of people to write the person in, because I've never written in anybody. I don't know what that looked like. Sorry. So we, in the next couple of days, we're going to hear more and more, because she's because one thing for certain, two things for sure, she's going to sue, and the taxpayers, either Thornton Township or Dalton, will foot that bill. Trust and believe. And so that's that. I know I got something else to say. Oh, I wanted to say, I don't know, because I done did this video about 5 or 6 times trying to get it right. I heard, or I was watching one YouTube, and they said they felt a certain kind of way because her boyfriend Kamal was not in the room with her to back her up. But he was there because I saw when he went and got her daughter out the car and he brought her into that auditorium or the gym, whatever it was. I saw when he took her in. And my thought process was he probably didn't want the Tiff daughter to see her like that. So that's why he didn't take her all the way in there like that. Yeah, I can see that, because you don't want to traumatize the little girl. See your mom like that. I don't know what else. So that was Thursday. So Friday, there's going to be another meeting at Thornton Township, and it's something to do with legislator. And you supposed to be, I don't know, I didn't catch or understand what it's about. But I know it's at 10 o'clock in the morning. I've already set my alarm, so my goal is to be there. Unless Critical Curl Smoker is going to record it, I watch it from home. But I am going to be there. So we shall see. We shall see. And I want to say that because who's going to do it? I know the Mayor Harvey is running. He has a slate, but he's running as independent. He got to be running as independent. I know Nate Fields is running. He's running as independent. And then I heard that there's a lot of people who are running as independent for the Thornton Township position. Tiffany didn't have the right people behind her. Because all these other people, even Nate Fields, he ain't, I don't think he's in political like that. He knew to run as independent. And to be honest, I knew Napoleon Harris was going to run against Tiffany. I knew early summer. I had a conversation with somebody, and they were just talking. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. So, and if I knew, I know she had to know. But I think she underestimated him. Or she underestimated her position. And you'll notice a lot of people in her camp are stepping up. Because everybody's fighting for their job right now. Because now I don't know how that works. I've seen it in the Southland before. When they get in office, they put in all their people in, and they lay off the other people. So this could be the best job some of them had. And maybe she'll get smart and strategize for the next, when this 4 years is up, and try to clean herself up. If she not, they say, I don't know. I ain't gonna talk ill because she do got a child. This shouldn't have to be. But you gotta be careful how you do people. That's all I got to tell you, baby girl. You gotta be careful how you treat people. Now that come back on you. Just saying. Well, I ain't gonna hold you long. I just want to say hi. And if you have actually stayed for 27 minutes, thank you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to talk to you later, okay? Later, baby.
The love from the south side, let me take you for a ride. Straight out of Inglewood, where the real ones thrive. No filters, no fear, just truth, ignite. No apologies, just me shining bright. Little vibes and a little insight. Gonna keep it real day or night. Tune in, lean back, and you'll see. It's D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. 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 D-Love from the south side, let me take you for a ride. Straight out of Inglewood, where the real ones thrive. No filters, no fear, just truth, ignite. No apologies, just me shining bright. Stories, vibes, and a little insight. Here we keep it real day or night. Tune in, lean back, and you see. It's D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. 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 D-Love from the south side, let me take you for a ride. Straight out of Inglewood, where the real ones thrive. No filters, no fear, just truth, ignite. No apologies, just me shining bright. Just me, how it's meant to be. D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. Just me, how it's meant to be. D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be. D-Love, just me, how it's meant to be.